Hello UPSC aspirants, how are you all? Hope you all are doing good. And today I am going to start NCERT series. So that to be Class 6 Geography. In Class 6 Geography of NCERT series, we have the Earth Our Habitat Part 1. So before going into this, we have to know about geography, right? So, do you know what is meant by geography? Geography means geo means earth. So geography means the study of the earth is known as geography. And in class 6 geography we have the Earth Our Habitat Part 1. In this we have 8 chapters. The chapter 1 is the Earth in the solar system. Means in this lesson we are going to learn about the earth and celestial bodies like asteroids, meteorites, comets, and we are going to learn about universe, galaxy, everything. Coming to chapter 2, that is globe, latitudes and longitudes. Coming to chapter 3, that is motions of the earth. So in this chapter we are going to learn about the motions of the earth, that is rotation and revolution. Coming to chapter 4, in this lesson we are going to learn about the importance of maps and how maps are evolved, why maps are evolved even though we have globe, everything. And coming to chapter 5, major domains of the earth. In this chapter we are going to know about we are going to learn about the domains of the earth. And in the chapter 6 we are going to learn about the major landforms of the earth like plains, mountains, plateaus, everything. Coming to chapter 7 we are going to learn about our country India. So in this chapter we are going to know everything about India. Coming to chapter 8, India climate, vegetation and wildlife. So vegetation is totally depends on climate, right? And wildlife is totally depends upon natural vegetation. So in this chapter we are going to learn everything about climate, vegetation and wildlife, its interlinking. So today I am going to tell you chapter 1, that is the earth in the solar system. So before going into the lesson we have to know what is meant by solar system, right? So then only we came to know about the earth in the solar system. So solar system means, according to Roman mythology, Sol, S-O-L, Sol means sun god and solar means related to sun. And the solar system consists of 8 planets and some of celestial bodies, sun and celestial bodies like asteroids, meteorites, comets, everything. So before going into the lesson, before going into the knowing about the solar system, we have to know what is meant by celestial bodies first. So celestial bodies means the objects which brights in the night sky or the objects which are above the earth's atmosphere. So celestial bodies means the objects which brights in the night sky like this, or which are the objects which are above the earth's atmosphere. So those objects are called as celestial bodies. So in the celestial bodies we have 2 types. The first type is very big and hot and made up of gases and have their own heat and light. So some celestial bodies are very big and hot and made up of gases and have their own heat and light. So these celestial bodies are called as stars. So the celestial bodies which are very big and hot, which have their own heat and light and made up of gases, are called as stars. So by this definition, can we say that the sun is a star? Yes, of course. Why? Because let's compare it. The sun is very big and hot. Yes. The sun is made up of very hot gases. Yes. The sun is having their own heat and light. Yes. So by this definition, can we say that sun is a star? Yes. So here we will get some doubt that okay, by this definition we can say that sun is a star. But what about small twinkling objects which brights in the night sky called as, right? So the small twinkling objects which brights in the night sky is also called as stars. But when we compare these small twinkling objects with this definition, it will fails, right? Why? Because I said that first line is only about big and hard, but these objects are very small and tiny, right? So even though these objects are very tiny, but we will call these small twinkling objects are also called as stars. Why? Because actually these small twinkling objects are also equals to the sun. But these objects are very far away from us when we compare to the sun. Actually, the sun is the nearest star and these small twinkling objects are far away from us. So, these objects are very far away from us. That's why these small twinkling objects looks very tiny. Actually, these objects are also equals to the sun. But they don't look like that because they are far away from us. Hope you guys understand it. That's why sun is also called as star and it is the nearest star to the earth. And these small twinkling objects are also called as stars. These are very far away from us. That's why these small twinkling objects look very tiny. And now coming to about constellations. Do you know what is meant by constellations? Constellations means the patterns formed by the different group of stars. That means, so when we see in the night sky, we see different types of shapes formed by the group of stars, right? See like this. So we see different shapes, right? So these patterns formed by the different group of stars are called as constellations. Constellations means the patterns formed by the different group of stars are called as constellations. So in these constellations, the major example are like Ursa Major or Big Bear. Do you know Ursa Major is also called as Big Bear? See, this is one. And one of the easy recognizable constellation is Saptarishi. Do you know the meaning of Saptarishi? The word itself is saying that Sapta means 7, right? Rishi means sages, right? So 7 sages. Saptarishi means 7 sages. And do you know, in ancient people, they determine the direction by the help of stars. That is North Star. Do you know North Star is also called as pole star. And this pole star is always remains in same direction and it indicates north direction. So it remains always same direction. That's why in ancient people, they determine their direction while traveling in night through North Star. And now coming to know about solar system. Solar system consists of sun, 8 planets and some other celestial bodies, right? I said that celestial bodies and constellations. In constellations, I said that in ancient people find the directions through pole star, right? We can easily identify pole star by the help of Ursa Major. See here, we have pole star. And now coming to solar system. Solar system consists of sun, 8 planets and some other celestial bodies like asteroids, meteorites, comets, right? So now I am going to tell you each and everything very clearly. So first one is sun, right? In solar system, the first one is sun. We all know about sun, that is, it is the center of solar system and it is the ultimate source of heat and light, right? So the sun is the center of the solar system, and do you know it is made up of huge, very hot gases, and it provides pulling force to bind the solar system also. So sun consists of a special force, that is pulling force, which binds the solar system, and it is the ultimate source of heat and light for the solar system. And I said that sun is the nearest star. And do you know The distance between Sun and Earth is 150 million kilometers. So, even though the Sun is the nearest star, it is very far away from us. The distance between the Earth and Sun is 150 million kilometers. And now coming to know about the planets. Before going to know about the planets, I said that celestial bodies are two types, right? I said only one type, that is stars. Now coming to second type. The second type of celestial bodies are, they don't have their own heat and light and they lit by the light of other stars. So by this definition, can we say that these celestial bodies are called as planets? Yes, of course. Why? Because let's take one example. If you take Earth, Earth do not have their own heat and light, right? And Earth gets its light from the Sun. Sun is a star. So by this definition, we can say that the celestial bodies which are not having their own heat and light and lit by the light of other stars called as planets. So we have 8 planets, that is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Do you know, actually we have 9 planets till 2006 August. But in 2006 August, in the meeting of Indian Astronomical Union, they considered that the Pluto as a dwarf planet, like other planets like UV Ceres 13, like that. So, in 2006 of August, in the meeting of Indian Astronomical Union, Pluto is considered as a dwarf planet. Dwarf. And now coming to know about Mercury. Mercury is the first planet, right? First nearest planet to the Sun, right? And do you know, Mercury takes 88 days to complete one round along its orbit. Actually, did you know what is meant by orbit? Actually, these 8 planets revolve around the Sun in an elongated path. So those paths are called as orbits. See this like this. So each and every planet revolve around the Sun in an elongated path. These paths are called as orbits. And Mercury takes 88 days to complete one orbit along its orbit. To complete one round along its orbit. Mercury takes 88 days. And now coming to Venus. Venus is the second nearest planet to the Sun, right? And Venus is having a specific name. That is, it is also called as Earth's twin. Why? Because Venus, its shape and size is similar to the Earth. So that's why Venus is also called as Earth's twin. And now coming to know about the Earth. Actually our lesson is related to this topic only, right? The Earth in the solar system. Now coming to know about the Earth. Do you know the Earth is the third nearest planet and in size it is the 5th largest planet. And the shape of the Earth is geoid shape. Why? Because when we see the shape of the Earth, there is slightly flattened at the poles. So that's why the shape of the Earth is called as geoid shape. And do you know, Earth is also called as blue planet. Why? Because 2/3 of the Earth is covered by water. See like this. So that's why Earth is also called as blue planet. And do you know, Earth is having one natural satellite, that is Moon. See this one. And you know, the diameter of the Moon is 1/4 of the Earth. That means 1/4 of the Earth. And the distance between Moon and the Earth is 3,84,400 kilometers from the Earth. And it takes 27 days to move around the Earth. I said that Moon is the only natural satellite having to the Earth. Earth is having only one natural satellite, that is Moon. So it revolves around the Earth. So it takes 27 days to revolve around the earth, and also it takes exactly same time to complete one spin also. And do you know, moon does not have favorable condition to support a life, but our earth is having favorable conditions to support a life. Actually, earth is only the planet which is having favorable conditions to live a life, that is air and water. So earth is only the planet which is having favorable conditions, so that's why earth is also called as unique planet. And moon is not having the favorable condition to support a life. And when we see the moon in a night sky, we see dark patches in the moon, right? So what are those dark patches means? Those dark patches are the shadows of mountains, plains and plateaus. Yes, in moon we have mountains, plains and plateaus. So the shadows formed by these mountains, plains and plateaus are only these dark patches which we see in the moon in the night sky. And coming to know, actually I said that moon is the natural satellite to the earth, right? And we have another two satellites, we have another man-made satellites also, artificial satellites also. Those are INSAT and EDUSAT. Why they built means they built for the purpose of communication. So some man-made satellites are also there. So those are INSAT and EDUSAT. They built for the purpose of communication. And now I said that about Sun, Mercury, Venus and Earth. And now coming to know about celestial bodies. Celestial bodies are, major examples of celestial bodies are comets, asteroids, meteoroids, right? So coming to know about asteroids. Do you know what is meant by asteroids? Actually, asteroids are the parts of a planet which exploded many years ago. Scientists say that, actually I am not saying this, scientists say that asteroids are the parts of a planet which exploded many years ago. And do you know, asteroids are very tiny rocky objects. See, these are asteroids. We found asteroid belt between the planets, that is Mars and Jupiter. See here, we find asteroid belt. See, this is Mars, this is Jupiter, right? So we find asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. And now coming to meteorites. See, these are meteorites. See, these are meteoroid belts. These meteorites are also small pieces of rocks. And when we see in the night sky, sometimes we see that flash of light is falling onto the earth. Actually, that flash of light is meteorites only. These meteorites sometimes they are coming towards the earth, falling towards the earth, but the opposite force of the air stops those meteorites. And now coming to know about the galaxy. Do you know what is meant by galaxy? Galaxy means the cluster of million stars and clouds and dust and gases all combined together form galaxy. Do you want to see galaxy? See, this is galaxy. The cluster of all combining of all stars, clouds, dust, all combining together form galaxy. See, this is galaxy. Do you know our solar system is a part of which galaxy? Milky Way galaxy. Do you want to see Milky Way galaxy? See, this is Milky Way galaxy. Our solar system is part of this galaxy only. This is Milky Way galaxy. And do you know, these millions of galaxies combined together form universe. Yes, these millions of clusters of stars combined together form galaxy. These millions of galaxies combined together form universe. See, this is universe. How beautiful it is. Because it is combined of millions of galaxies. Actually, galaxies are formed by the combining of millions of stars, clouds, dust, right? So all those combining galaxies are combined to their form universe. And do you know the distance travel, in universe, in the space, we can calculate the distance by the help of light years. Do you know what is meant by light year? Light year means the distance traveled by the light in a year. So the speed of the light is 3 lakh kilometers per second only. 3 lakh kilometers per second. It is the speed of the light. So we measure the distance in the space by the help of light year. Light year means the distance traveled by the light in a year. So speed of the light is 3 lakh kilometers per second. And coming to know about, I said that celestial bodies are asteroids, meteorites and comets, right? So coming to know about comets. Comets they orbit around the sun. Actually, comets are the icy bodies of gas and sun. They have long tail. So the comets are the celestial bodies which is having long tail. And in this chapter we learned everything about the earth and some of the celestial bodies, constellations and solar system, and some of the celestial bodies like asteroids, meteorites and some of the natural satellites, some of the man-made satellites, everything, right? So in this chapter we have these topics, and I hope you guys understand all these topics very clearly. And tomorrow I'm going to tell you the second chapter. And yeah, this is today's session. By tomorrow I'm going to tell you the second chapter. And hope guys you can understand this lesson very clearly. And all the best for your preparation. If you like this video, please subscribe it.